Yo, yo, welcome to the very first podcast of Drunken Idiots. I'm Jordan. This is your co-host.
Mike Ryan, how you doing?
I hope you guys are enjoying your night or your day, whenever the time you're watching this. And for the people that are watching the premiere, thank you for tuning in for the premiere that I've been telling everyone about. I think these days and age, everyone should know about us. We've been networking like crazy on the socials, especially Instagram.
Literally.
We've been putting some work in, so I really hope this podcast goes the way I really want. So what's the best way to start this podcast? It's called Drunken Idiots for a reason. Let's get our drink on, baby. Cheers, my dude.
Oh, it dribbled a little. Lips.
Oh, wow.
You good there? You good there, fam?
Almost went down the wrong pipe. Kind of choked there a little bit.
I thought that was something they're used to already.
Of course, you're going to start it off like this, man. Of course. So, guys, I mean, we're here. First time I've done a podcast. I've done streaming before. I've never done a podcast, so it's going to be a little different, a little new. So just hang in there. Let us get drunk, and we're going to tell you more about our lives, about what's going on, or keeping up with the whole world in general. A little about myself. I'm a streamer. I do a lot of content. This ain't the first time I've been on camera, more or less, but this is the first time I'm going to be talking as long as I'm going to be talking. So, of course, I'm going to bring someone in here to talk with. And I have to bring this dude in because, I guess.
Oh, I see how it is.
I mean, you're kind of a handful.
I got you. I got you. Don't worry.
But I feel like this is going to be a successful podcast. Like I said, what's the better way to get the name out there of the way we've been doing it? So, Michael, let's hear about you. Who's Michael?
So I am your average friend, I guess. I don't know. Again, name's Mike Ryan. Fun fact about me: I'm also in the military. I actually work with satellites, communications, technology, and all that type of fun stuff. Side business, I also sell cars. I don't know why. I just kind of did it.
So you're the people that scam us out of the cars, aren't you?
Yeah, actually, no. I will never do that to someone, to be honest.
Okay, we'll see. We'll keep it on the down low.
No, like, that type of stuff, I will never do that to someone because I'm in the military. I'm here to help people. So I figured, why not do car sales? It's a stressful situation. Might as well help out.
Right. You know, I mean, that's the best way, right? I mean,
yeah.
So
I
think selling cars is pretty cool, to be honest. I mean, good marketing.
Kind of fun, actually. You get to know people. You get to know their backstory, where they've come from, where their walk of life.
See, I think what's going to make this interesting is that, like, we both work in environments, most like podcasts that are, you know, trying to get somewhere. They're mostly living off of YouTube. So, you know, we have a lot of, you know, time out of the podcast to live our lives and do other things than, you know, worrying about content. So, you know, I feel like the conversations are going to be endless, kind of.
Oh, and I did forget one thing. I will soon be an up-and-coming streamer like Jordan here, my friend. Better known as, I will probably be known as the Gaming Toast, maybe. I don't know yet. I'm still jumbling around names, but I'm kind of liking that one.
I mean, I feel like that would be good. I've always known him as Gaming Toast. We actually only met a month ago, surprisingly enough. Literally? Well, it was really weird, too. Like, I met his brother before I met him, and, you know, his brother's younger than him, and I didn't know what to expect, because he was like, oh, here comes my brother, and I'm like, you're pretty wild now. So I'm sitting over here. What's two Memphises over here gonna be like?
Complete opposite.
It's complete opposite, literally. And I think that we get along pretty well.
Yeah, it's been fun so far, honestly. Like, even with just gaming, like half the time we don't even care, but then there's times like we go super fucking serious.
Oh yes, yeah. See, we play a lot of Apex, like, and a lot of more of Apex than we used to. We used to play different games, but now these days we play a lot of Apex. And I used to.
Yeah, I'm getting
really...
a lot more into it now. The ranked and everything going on.
Oh yeah, and I used to see. I used to be in competitive of Apex, and now I'm just not getting back into it. So, Apex is just like the safe haven of games, I guess you would say. Eating a sandwich there, I see.
But yeah, it's actually a the hell is this? Bacon, ranch, avocado, something.
Avocado? Bacon. What?
Yeah, avocado's amazing.
Avocado? Well, who would put an avocado on a sandwich?
Dude, I'm not even kidding. There's like half an avocado in the sandwich for some reason.
Half an avocado in a sandwich?
There's a lot of avocado. There's a lot.
Do you like eat avocados on a daily? Well, fun fact, guys, I'm a vegetarian. I don't even eat avocados. Like, avocados.
I am the biggest meat eater, probably. I freaking love avocados, dude. They're so good for some reason. I don't know why.
And I didn't know that, like, at all.
Oh my god, I love them.
Dude, what about that fake snow? Guys, I don't know if you know.
Oh my god.
But there's this thing that was trending about like this week, maybe like I don't know.
I think it was about last week.
Yeah, about last week. It was trending. There was fake snow, and the theory is that people would put up a lighter up to the snow, and it would get black. Well, think with your brain. You can't. If snow doesn't melt that fast, you can't put a flame up to snow and it melt like that. Like you gotta. The way snow melts is literally, the sun beams on it and it just melts.
Scientology.
Exactly. But I seen this one where this chick she goes out of her back porch and she grabs up a thing of snow and she puts it over a candle.
Oh god.
And like her husband is in the background. It's not melting, honey. It's not melting. I'm like, dude, you sound like what is wrong with you over here? Like, you're sitting over here thinking that the government's really putting out fake snow like that. Come on. They have better things to do. Fake snow.
They make the clouds.
Right. Oh, the clouds are made out of metal. Like that was their theory that the snow was made out of metal. It had metal materials in it. Like,
that'd be intriguing.
I don't care if it's a little piece of metal. If it's falling from where I don't know where, like, how high the clouds are from where we are, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty high. And if something metal falls from there, it's gonna be pretty brutal to the ground.
Yeah,
not gonna be just gentle.
I understand particles.
Right.
Yes, because they're so light that they're going to float within the atoms of everything. And yeah, that's going to accumulate within everything else. No.
I think
not that much.
I think the theory came because of Texas getting all the snow that they got.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, no, that's not the case, there's been the case of why there's unnatural things happening in places that shouldn't be happening. You know what I mean? The fires that happened a year ago in California, they were horrible, right? But
time, honestly, they were
huge fires. And then like in a year passes, Texas has snow and ice storms. You think the government's doing this?
I mean, some of it maybe. Who knows? There's always conspiracy theories about everything.
There always are conspiracies about everything. But I think there's
I would doubt some of it.
There are some rabbit holes you just jump down too far because some people really believe in these conspiracy theories to the point where they lose their insanity. Like, why do you think so heavily about this?
Oh yeah, no, seriously. It's like now this isn't like a shout out to anybody. Like for example, Jesse Ventura. That I've watched a lot of his TV shows about conspiracy theories, and they're intriguing because they actually like a lot of them seem real, and then he also debunks like the fake ones.
Right.
But then you have like just these random people that go out there just like this snow metal.
Look, it's real snow, guys. That's just the moral of the story. It's real snow.
And another thing they have to realize, like heat index versus like ice and everything like that, it takes time because the index of the ice has to reach to the point of the fire, which is a whole different spectrum from between each other.
Oh yeah.
So they have to somewhere meet in the middle, and then there you go.
Right.
Water.
You make water if you warm it up the right way.
Like special water.
Yeah. We all like the special water. Man, okay, so guys, I've had this beer mug for a while, and I text Michael. I said, "Bro, get this." I said, he goes, "I think I might have one." I said, "Okay." He goes, "But I'm gonna get one if I don't." And this messages me, and he goes, "This?" I said, "Yeah." And
So
literally, this is holding 2 beers worth of not one, but two.
Mine's about 2.5-ish because I think mine's a little bit bigger. This thing's big, like face to head.
I think
This thing's big.
yeah, like
Oh yeah, mine's bigger.
yeah, yours. But
So I actually had to buy a new one. The one I originally had, I apparently I either left it at my old house or it got broken at some point. I threw it out. Really makes me sad. I've had that thing forever. Luckily, this is almost the same exact one. Come on, don't choke again over here.
ooh, see, it's not bad. It's really not. Okay, so the whiskey I have is peanut butter whiskey, and you don't think it would be?
Oh yeah.
It's not bad, but like there's just little like kick you get because it tastes
See,
a
why I
lot like
rum.
peanut butter. Oh, see, I love rum, man. Rum's my favorite alcohol, but I seen this and I was like, man, I haven't tried it. I haven't
Like,
tried
My
for
black
a while.
rums I love, and my really spiced ones. Like depending on what you mix them with, they're super smooth. Then you don't get a bite, which is super nice.
Dude, so your camera right now, it keeps on focusing and then going, like it keeps on going back and forth, like this.
Oh, it's
like
probably
this.
because of this.
It probably is, and the thing is, it's like tripping me out just a little bit. I'm like, whoa, I'm not drunk. What the hell is going on over there? Not
I'm only
yet.
about a beer and a
I'm about two
beer and a
beers.
quarter.
About 2 beers down. 2 shots. Not bad. Not bad.
About a beer and a half, I would say.
I think yeah. Mine's about 2. Oh my.
Yeah, I'm about to
as
be
soon-
at 2 beers.
Yeah, as soon as I drink all this, I'll be 2 beers. See, what I was gonna say is, the world these days is crazy, man.
Especially after what we just came out of. Oh yeah.
We survived
Oh, yeah.
2020, bro. We survived.
I love the memes where it's like 2020, we suck. 2020 around the corner, like be ready.
and see, I hate that we have to think like that for real, man. But I think 2021 is going as better than it was in 2020, 100%.
Big time.
Because
It's
there's a lot more control of COVID, and there's a lot more of more. How would I say this?
there's more of a flexibility between everything. Well, not flexibility. There's a lot more flexibility between everything now because companies like small businesses, for example, they're finally bringing in revenue after not being able to do anything for 9 months.
Right, and plus the bill with the stimulus checks that just came out. I mean, that helps.
Everyone finally.
If you have a kid, you get $1,400 for each kid.
Yeah, which is insane.
Insane. So if you have a family, if you're a single mother of 4, you make $7,000 off that.
Yeah, which is crazy.
That's crazy. Like, I didn't look into the business stimulus checks. I'm not a business owner, so there's no really need for me to. But I can only imagine how like the businesses are doing now. Like, you know, that alone helps out so much. You know, it should. Me personally, I think it should be more because there's other countries that do more. But with what we did get, what we were getting in the past, this is the best. This is literally like,
we're at least making it by.
Yeah. Now, like I seen one of my friends on Facebook. I finally getting out of debt because of the stimulus check. Now taxes are going to come. I'm going to officially be out of debt. And he was like, I'm not sad that I had to spend my whole stimulus check on bills and my taxes on bills. I am happy that I'm out of debt. Honestly. And that's what I see a lot. Like, there's a lot of people out here that don't have the luxury as me. I do have the more of luxury of being an essential worker where I can make money and I could pay the bills while this was all going on. And when I couldn't, I was getting unemployment. So I was one of those lucky people that got the unemployment in the state I live in, because most people weren't getting unemployment. I got really lucky that what I was getting, and it helped out a lot. So I was one of the lucky people that could keep afloat. So I'm not in debt. The stimulus is good for me because I get to have more money to pay my bills and a lot of stuff. It's not like I need it, but for the people that need it, it's so great because, like I said, I seen one of my buddies talk about how he was not in debt no more, and I was so happy to hear that. And like, it was just a Facebook friend. I'd never met him in real life. He lives in the same state I do, but never met him in real life. But he was out of debt, and anyone in this last year and this year that's out of debt is good. So great, because everyone's in debt now.
Yeah, honestly, like, for example, like right now, this is my temporary setup.
Right.
For folks who don't know who are going to be watching this, of course, this is just a temporary setup for me right now. Actually, as of Monday, I'm moving into my new place.
Oh, congrats, man.
I actually didn't even tell you yet. I'm moving on Monday. It looks like.
Oh, really? Monday's when the podcast premieres too.
Exactly.
Sweet. So you can easily watch the podcast in your new house.
Yeah. So it's really nice because this is a bit of a small place for us because, for example, I have my fiance and I have 2 kids, which are hers. I'm the stepfather, but I will always claim them as mine. They are my kids forever.
Right.
We actually found technically like a 4-bedroom place, but it's called a 3-bedroom, 1 bath. This thing's almost 4 bedrooms.
Oh,
and
nice.
For $1,000 a month, I'm not complaining with almost all utilities paid except for electricity and trash. I'm not complaining. So
you're renting?
Yes. Right now.
Yeah.
We're saving up a little more.
Right. Yeah. See, me and my fiance, we just rented a house last year. Like I said, when the stimulus dropped last year, that helped out with us moving out. We had enough money saved up, but when it dropped last year, the first stimulus check, it was love because it was like, okay, we can move out and now we can make sure we have the water on, the electric on, everything on. We have Wi-Fi, and then we have extra money to go and spend for ourselves because, we've been good with our money. We've been doing the best we can. So we treat ourselves. Yeah. And the house that we're in, dude. So the podcast room, I call it the podcast room. This is actually the room. Okay, so there's a room this way, and that's my gaming room where I stream, where I play games, and then back here is the bedroom. But this room is so big where if I wanted to, I could make it an actual room. It's supposed to be a dining room. So like on my right, the kitchen's right there, and I showed you the kitchen. You remember? This room's so big where to the point where if I wanted to make it like a bedroom or anything, I could. That's why we made it the podcast room. We were gonna make it the dining room, but then I was like, honey, I kind of want to make it the podcast room. And she, her being the coolest fiance in the world, she was like, you know what? I'll let you have that. And I was like, sweet. And I told her that,
Yeah.
like, you know, whatever you want to do with this, like, whatever she wants to do with the second room, if she wanted to do, I would let her have it. I would make this the gaming room. You know what I mean? Let her have that room because, you know, just because more space, I guess you would say. And I have a lot of content stuff that I want to do, which to the point where I want to make podcasts. I want to make, and I'm bougie to the point where I want to make everything perfect. And you know, I don't have the money to make everything perfect. So, you know, I use as much,
The best you can.
the best I can. I mean, I wanted to put the camera, like an actual photo camera onto for my camera, right, for the podcast, but I couldn't find it, and I was almost having like, oh dude, I can't do this without the camera, because like I said, I'm a little bougie when it comes to like content and all that stuff, because I want to make things perfect, because I feel like that's going to bring in the viewers as much as possible. But eventually you get there, you know, and then you have to accept that eventually you're going to get
Yeah. Oh no, like that's, for example, like
you're
you're
muted.
technically my. Am I muted? There's no way.
I can't hear you.
How am I muted?
He's
Hello?
having a technical difficulties, guys.
Can you hear
I don't
me?
know what happened to his mic. He's
Can
talking.
you hear me?
I my mouse is off, so I did not mute you for sure. Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Hold on. Wait. Talk.
Can you hear me? Did your cat mute me?
So, okay, so YouTube, I have this little knob right here.
Oh
It
my
turns-
god.
Down and then up, and I kicked it with my foot, and so you guys could hear him talk, but I couldn't hear him talk.
I was
That
about
was
to put this thing close to
perfect.
my face. I was so confused.
Dude, that was perfect.
But like, this is for like example, like technically you are my teacher right now, because this is actually my first technical setup. Like, this is my first camera. This is my first mic. This isn't my first headset.
Right,
This is just my favorite headset.
right.
Now shout out to them, because no sponsor, of course, but hey, if you want to, maybe. Kraken, love them. I love Razer. These are the Kraken Razer headsets. Phenomenal. Best product I've bought in a while. That's pretty much actually all I've bought was Razer products so far, because I've trusted them. They've been super reliable. Like, my dog ate the mic to this.
Oh snap, dude.
So I bought a second one, kept these as backup,
that's
which I'm kind of glad I kept them.
that's legendary, dude. That's
And it's fun so far, honestly, for like having like my first true setup and everything, and kind of learning like camera setup. We had a few technical difficulties in the beginning before the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah.
We might have a blooper reel later on. Don't know yet.
yeah. Never know.
I think that'd be a good idea for what happened earlier.
Yeah, we could. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You can ask Michael here. I knew Michael was new to content, and see, I'm not like the all-knowing of content by means necessary, but I'm such a perfectionist that I want everything to be right. And I'm texting Michael, "Yo, bro, get a new camera. Yo, bro, get a new mic." And like, you know, of course I said, hey, that anything of the funding that comes out of the podcast, he will be reimbursed, and he understood that. And I wasn't like, yo, go get this, go get that. No, I was just like, yo, you should do this so we can make more professional. And that's me being a perfectionist. You know, right now my setup's not perfection. I'm not perfection. I don't think it's by means even close to perfection, but
This is our temporary.
it's all of our temporaries. But you know, if what I have, I will work 100%, no matter what I have. It could be the worst mic, the worst headset, the worst camera, but guess what? I promise you, I'll push out content. Like Michael didn't know when I was on Mixer. I was on Mixer and I was getting about 500 followers a week, 1,000 plus views a week, almost 2,000. And when Mixer shut down, it crashed. But you can ask anyone in the beginning of my Mixer. I didn't have that great of Wi-Fi. Everything was spotty, crappy, and very, very glitchy. Like it wasn't like I was moving on like So say I was on a map. I wasn't moving on a map where I was jumping from here to here, here to here, here to here. It was more
steady.
Yeah, the gameplay was steady, but the quality of it was like 420p, 420
jumping around.
Yeah, jumping around. I can't. I'm a little technical difficulty here, but I wasn't jumping around, but it was pixelated, and I pulled out as many followers as I could out of that. And like I said, I'm a perfectionist, but I'm a perfectionist of the point of, even if I have a crappy setup,
the best possible quality.
Exactly. If I have a crappy setup, if I have a crappy Wi-Fi, if I have a crappy internet, anything of that, I will make it the best I can, and I promise you it will look the best it can. I actually on my stream, twitch.tv/Mr. Zolak, I'm gonna give myself a shout out. I'm talking about, so why not?
Might as well.
When I was on Mixer, I got my first sponsor. Literally seen how bad my setup was. I mean, to the internet, to my camera wasn't bad, but it was a block. It was just a square, and it was pixelated. But I still got a sponsor. I was still at almost 1,000 followers. The deal was, as soon as I get 1,000 followers, they sponsor me. Next day, I said, "Yo, I have 1,000 followers."
Oh yeah.
They sponsored me, and it was the worst quality of all time. But like I said, I made it work. Anything. The moral of the story, what I was saying was, I was telling Michael what to do, how to do, and then over here like, gotta make it perfect. And now that I see it in the works, it's the best we could do, and eventually we're gonna make it perfection. I mean,
big time. Like once I get my new place, I'm gonna have sound padding behind my room and everything. I'm gonna have lights all behind the sound padding, shelves with all of my little collectibles, because like, I'm a Pokemon lover.
Right.
I love Pikachu and Raichu. They are forever my favorites. So I'll have a bunch of that stuff there, just kind of like goofy stuff.
Right.
But like, another thing I want to touch on is like, for example, like if people want to get into type of stuff like this, like for you example, how much does your stuff cost? Like your current setup?
Like the final setup that I have.
Yeah, like what you have right now. And how long have you been doing this?
I'm probably going on 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Wow. 4 or 5 years now. So I have 2 monitors. Well, 3 monitors now. So if I'm gonna add everything up, I'm gonna say near into the good almost 2000s, maybe more. But that's time. That's time of me gradually growing. So my setup, like right now, this setup that I have for the podcast, I would say almost $1,000 for the podcast. Yeah. My PC, if anyone, so I can tell everyone quick, didn't mean to cut you off. My PC actually crashed. So I don't know if it was my power supply or what it is. I'm trying to figure it out. But so I had to restart everything. Hopefully it's a power supply. I had to restart everything. So right now I'm just doing laptop, TV, and the HD 1070p Logitech camera. Nice good old plastic desk. My keyboard, real keyboard's right here, and now I'm back on Xbox. So my setup for my podcast is a lot lower than my setup for my gaming. Until if I added my PC, then yeah, it'd probably be around 2,000 maybe. Back where were you saying?
So this is literally like, for me, example of me just beginning. I'll show people real quick. this mic right here is the Kraken Siren. Now, shout out to Kraken because I love the product again. That was only $99. My camera here is, again, the Razer. I have a lot of Razer stuff. I love them. The Razer Hio. For my first camera, the camera quality is actually phenomenal in my opinion. I feel like it's great for what it is. That was only $87.
Not bad.
Which is shocking. And it's self-illuminating. It actually has a light around the camera. So like this light that you can see right here, I'll adjust it real quick. I can make it as bright as I want.
Whoa.
So
that's pretty bright.
That's super bright.
Yeah. Well, that's actually that's not too bad.
For a little camera, this thing's insane. And I think my headsets, they were about $70. And I have a HP laptop, which I actually love. I don't know what it is anymore. It was about $298, $278, somewhere around there.
Not bad.
I have what? Maybe $500 in total.
Let's see. Pointing out things. This is Kayla's laptop, my fiance, and her laptop she got it for Christmas, so we didn't pay for it, but it's about an $800 laptop. It's one of those tablet laptops.
Oh, dude, they're awesome.
So
like the yoga ones.
Yeah. It's a Windows 10. Could be Dell. I can't really remember what kind. But then the mic. This is about $80. Yours is actually more than mine.
Wow, I'm actually shocked about that.
Yeah. And my camera's about $80 probably.
All right.
My keyboard, this I can't really remember how much this was, but this is an older keyboard. I wanted to connect my 60% keyboard, but I couldn't connect it.
I actually forgot about that.
Yeah, I
have a keyboard. I forgot about that.
I couldn't connect it. And the table, this was about probably $30. The TV I already had, so that was probably that was given to me for Christmas. So I can't tell you how much that was. I'm gonna say my setup right now is probably, like I said, almost $1,000, just because of the laptop. The laptop's the most.
Yeah.
The laptop's the most. That's
big time.
Because but like I used only the laptop to record. Everything else is for my fiance. That's, like I said, it's her laptop. I just don't have my PC, and things are a lot harder on a laptop because I'm such used to the luxury of being able to have two monitors hooked up to my PC, right? So now I have one TV hooked up to the laptop, and the laptop, it's like I have to earlier I was trying to get to the overlays of both of our screens to be perfection, and I'm over here recording, stopping recording, and stopping recording, moving them down, moving them up, making them smaller, making them bigger, and it makes it harder, but I made do, and I made it the best I could, and I'm glad about that. And see, it's not about about having the best setup. For anyone out there that's watching this podcast, it's not about how great your setup is. It's about how entertaining you are. It's about how, like, yo, hey, come here, come to me, look at me.
Yeah,
hello,
like what you're bringing to the table and who you are as a person, honestly.
Right. And like, see, our brand is us getting drunken idiots. You know, it's us calling each other, we're idiots. You know, if someone called us that, we'd be like, yo, bro, call us an idiot. But if we call each other that, then it's okay, because we get drunk, we become idiots.
I can claim myself as an idiot.
Exactly. But if someone came up to you and said, yo, you're an idiot, you'd be like, yo, don't test me today,
you're wrong. I'm the drunken idiot.
Exactly. And that's our brand. And see, I grew my brand of Mr. Zorlock. Well, Zorlock first, and actually Zorlock has a lot of things. You don't know this, Mike, but I used to be USGC Zorlock 420.
Shit, I actually didn't realize
that. USGC USGC Zorlock 420. And that was like when I was making myself a streamer on Mixer. and then it went to Zorlock 420 because I left out of USGC, and then
That's it. Didn't USGC actually? God, what did they make it to again? What was it for? Because it was competitive gaming. I know that.
we were
And
very
USGC was actually, and I will say this, they were pretty damn good.
we were known for the esports team was known for back in
Yes.
the day. It was known for COD, but that was like way back in the day.
That's way back. I remember
like,
that.
But it was more known for Apex in 21st century. Well, more of 2018, 2019, 20. So
Yes.
we were more known as Apex Legends. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
Literally,
yeah. So
Because I remember, I've tuned into USGC once, and I know I've seen your name, but I had no idea who in the hell you were.
oh, dude, yeah.
I saw so many names at that point, and you guys were good. You guys had the perfect flow and that, and for example, the new Apex with, of course, these rings that they do. Not the funnest thing, Apex, but interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I like that though because it limits people. So it really, you have to put your true skill into it.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I understand there's people that will still cheat. That's gonna be happening for God knows how long comes.
Right.
But when you're using that true skill, and when you have that extra ring, which already takes up half of that zone, you have to get creative with your gameplay.
Oh yes. See, man, Apex has changed in a whole weird way.
In only 3 months, it's changed 7 times.
It has. It really has. I mean, I remember.
But I like it though. It's different. It's not your everyday battle royale.
Oh no, it's not at all. It's a high-paced high-paced game. You know what I mean? You have to be on point with everything.
You have to focus on literally every inch of that map. Because there's so many hiding points now, especially with the new map.
Oh yeah.
You have to watch every single corner, every little ledge that they're sitting on. Because my brother, for example, found spots that were physically pretty much possible to get into because you had to face into it and just sit and keep pushing forward.
Oh yeah.
It's pitch black.
It is.
They black you out.
It really is. Yeah.
It's insane.
Man, yeah, I mean, Apex has came pretty far from where it started.
Oh, big time.
2 years ago.
But it's become phenomenal.
Yeah. A lot of people don't like Apex just because how sweaty it is. Because you could be in pubs and you could still become
It's a big control game.
Oh yeah. It's all about control. And that comes into my next topic that I was going to say is, a lot of people. So you remember when people were upset about gaming becoming an actual sport?
Yes.
When people see, I get that people are like, oh, you don't go through actual physical injury, blah 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 blah. Mentally though, you go through.
You can drain yourself.
You can drain yourself so much. You go through so much. You actually can get carpal tunnel from flicking your wrist. You know what I mean? Like doing this.
Yeah, you might just be sitting here like this, but you're hunched over, so your muscles are starting to contract. You're starting to tighten up.
Exactly.
If you're not focusing on drinking and actually eating while playing, you'll completely drain yourself of all your energy.
Exactly.
Because it's not that you're not physically doing anything, because you are actually. A big thing, and this is for video game conspiracists. They're like, oh yes, this will do this to my kid, this will do this to me, this will do this to that person. Big thing about this, it actually it really helps your what is it called? Gotta think of it. Hand-eye coordination.
Yes, your reflexes.
And yes, and it's actually been proven by scientists and people who physically studied it. It actually helps. I will say, I'm in the military, of course. I never fired a gun before I was in the military. I never even went hunting. I never even shot a bow.
Really?
I shoot 39 out of 40s, 40 out of 40s all day, without a given, and that's pure iron sight M4 single fire. And where that came from, I don't know. Maybe I have my grandfather's blood in me because he was an elite sniper back in World War II, and he was good.
Right.
He was really good.
Right.
But like, you gotta listen to people, because there's things that actually happen that like, oh no, this isn't true. This isn't true. Well, it's scientifically backed up, and that's huge, because you don't really focus on that. Then you're kind of saying, no, that's false. Follow my way. And I'm not dissing on anybody about that.
I'm a little lost what you're talking about.
I know.
This is Drunken
because
Idiots,
the whole video game
guys.
stuff.
Keep going.
But it's the thing of like the video game stuff. It's like, for USGC, look how good they were. That takes lots and lots of practice.
Yeah.
Football. I played football since I was in 4th grade all the way to high school.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know what I was doing in 4th grade.
Dude,
I was just standing there.
Right, and exactly. And see, I played football for 9 years. 9 years. And see, I was a wide receiver. But I'll say
I played the same position.
Oh, really? Nice. I was a wide receiver, and there's a lot of stress on being a wide receiver, because if the quarterback throws you that ball, you better fucking catch it, bro.
Oh
You
yeah, or
better.
you're getting ripped a new one.
Yeah, but see, I'll tell you now.
By either that middle linebacker or your coach.
Right. I can tell you now though, like being competitive in a game, being physically competitive and mentally competitive is two different things. Gaming competitive is mentally. Physically is football. I mentally think that gaming is way worse than you taking hits, because the thing is, when I wasn't competitive, Michael, I don't know if you were competitive, but if you weren't like in a competitive team, the way how it happens is like you would go to sleep thinking, how can I get better? How can I do this better? What did I do wrong? Why did I lose that? Why did I mess it up? Why did I lose that money? Why did I do this? Why did I do that?
Yes, or setting messed up or anything like that.
Exactly. You cannot stop thinking about what you did wrong when you lost, or what you did right and how you could do it again. And you think so much where you mess up, and then you think that if you stay on the game longer, you'll be better, but it makes you worse. So with competitive esports, when people were getting mad about putting it into the sports category, what's the point of getting mad about it when mentally it's just as bad as football? Because you might not be getting physically hurt, and you like physically break your ankle or physically break your thigh or whatever, you get a concussion, but at the same time it's mentally hurting your body to the point where, say there's $1 million on a line and you lose, you don't think you're going to be depressed?
Yeah, you're gonna be beating yourself up.
You're gonna be
constantly.
And if it's your fault, and you're gonna really beat yourself up on it.
Especially if your team behind you, they're gonna be equally depressed. Like, if it is your fault, they're gonna be on you sometimes.
Oh
like,
yeah,
dude, what happened? And you're gonna be thinking, like, what happened?
Right. Like I said, competitive esports is pretty brutal. But next topic, man. What do you, for a question for Michael? One thing we've never talked about. This is probably your first time really doing content, right?
Actually, this is about my second time. I actually used to do commentating on wrestling events.
Nice. Okay.
which is odd to say.
I can see
Don't know
you.
why.
I can see you being. Dude, don't take this offensively, but I can see you being on WWE wearing the headset. I mean, like, John Cena just took down. What's his face?
Randy Orton.
Right. Like, I don't know who's in it now, but yeah, I can see you being like, here comes heavyweight champion John Cena. I could literally see you being.
No, I used to actually do a little bit of commentating with a couple of my other friends, and they're black friends of mine. They're actually from Baltimore, and you would never guess they're black, which is weird to say. They sound like the whitest couple. They're the goofiest people. You would literally think they're from like Alabama, white. And I love them. My friend George and Evan, I love those guys. They are phenomenal what they do. They actually have their own podcast too that does wrestling. I would kind of tag in every now and then. If you find a video of mine, I would be shocked. There isn't many.
Fair enough.
But they do a lot of commentating on that stuff, and they're good at it too. That's kind of where I learned a little bit of it, but not a lot.
Right. But it's like territory for you would say, right?
Yeah, this is practically new territory because I actually have like I'll say a partial setup right now because this is still fairly new to me.
No, really. So, setup, new to you. Well, that's good. I mean, what I was saying was I kind of lost train of thought. Sometimes I do that. You guys. But what do you expect? Like, what I was starting to ask is like, is your goal for content?
My goal for content is like, I wanted to produce what people want.
Right.
I want to have fun with my friends. And when I say friends, I mean my viewers. You are my friends.
Right.
You are both of our friends.
Right.
Because the fact that, like, for example, I think we have 150 followers on Instagram.
Hang on.
Since March 7th? Which is insane. And it's the 13th.
We have...
the new update?
171.
Holy shit. I actually wasn't ready for that one. I was going to say like 162, but okay. I'll take 171. You guys are my friends. So shout out to those first 171 viewers that we are having. Hopefully, maybe viewers. But followers for our Instagram. Yeah. It's greatly appreciated.
Family. More of not followers, but family.
Exactly. Because this is big for me.
Right.
Because I'm truly finally getting into something I've always wanted to do. And I want to have fun with my people. Like, every now and then, I want to do Q&As. I want to have people join in and say, hey, what's your mindset on this? What do you think about this?
Right.
And I just want to chill.
Right. Okay, I get it. Oh, dude, my butt. Sitting in this. My wallet's in my back pocket. Let me pop that out.
See, look, I will say, you have a fancy chair. You want to see what I have? I have a lawn chair at the moment. I couldn't find my other chair. I have a lawn chair right now.
Right. Let's see. Next topic. No dead air is good air, right? I mean, you don't like dead air, so alcohol. I mean, our favorite alcohol. What's your favorite alcohol? Well, I'll take a shot.
Oh. See, this is tough for me because I used to bartend for a little. And I have a few favorites. Especially if you make them right.
Ooh, that's peanut butter? Yeah, disclosure. Hang on. Sorry about this. This is peanut butter whiskey. That's why I keep on licking my lips, because it tastes like so much like peanut butter.
Probably like one of my number one favorites right now is Kraken. I love Kraken rum. People don't like it as much because it has a super strong bite because it's 94 proof.
Okay.
Fun fact about it. Mix it with a little bit of vanilla Coke. don't just go straight Coke, straight Pepsi, straight Dr. Pepper, anything like that. Use vanilla Coke. If you drink vanilla Coke plainly once, it tastes completely different than a regular Coke because it has a different smoothness to it because of that vanilla. So when you add it to the Kraken, the vanilla kind of blends with that 94 proof really nicely and get rid of that bite.
Okay.
That's what I was talking about earlier, of that bite that rum has.
Right.
You don't use plain flavored drink like Coke and Pepsi. You need something like Coke vanilla, Coke cherry, even Coke orange. Sounds weird. Actually, it tastes oddly good with like spiced rum, Captain Morgan. I only prefer the regular Captain Morgan though with that. Don't go like private stock or anything like that. Not the greatest.
See, I'm a rum fan too as well. I've been drinking for a very long time. Probably the same as Michael.
Don't ask me.
I couldn't.
Because I'm about to crack open another.
Yeah, I can't even remember how long I've been drinking. But I will say that my favorite alcohol of all time is Captain Morgan Spice Rum is my favorite. I like the Hawaiian Punch.
That one is oddly good. Same with the coconut.
I used to drink Jim Beam Black Label and White Label,
Yes.
but Black Label was my favorite. And then when I got older, I love spiced rum. I'm one of those people that I like to drink without getting drunk, if that makes sense. Like I don't like
drinking.
I don't like getting wasted. I like to just sip on my beer, sip on my drink. You know what I mean? So like rum, spice rum, especially Captain Morgan spice rum, I can sit there and chug a whole bottle. And like this is no like, flex where, I think that I'm hard or anything. It's just the fact that I can drink a whole bottle and I'd be slightly buzzed. That's just because the alcohol level is not as strong as the whiskey level that I'm used to. So I love rum because of that specific reason, that I could sip on it and still not be... See, right now,
Exactly.
I'm feeling a little good right now. And because I've already took like 4 shots, I don't know. You guys correct me in the comments. And I drunk already 2 beers. I'm on my 4th beer because this holds 2 beers. And
I'm actually on my 4th beer too. I just counted. Didn't realize that. I kind of forgot I drank a beer before all this.
well, if you want to count, yeah. I drank a beer. We went to Roosters. I don't know if you have that in your state, but Roosters.
Sounds familiar.
Roosters is a good spot, and I ordered a Angry Orchard Tap Tall. Perfect.
Ooh.
It's been the first time we went out in public in probably months. I mean, months.
Me and my fiance went out for Valentine's Day, actually. It was so nice.
Really?
Yeah, it was nice. We went to a Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, nice.
I was shocked.
My fiance loves Texas Roadhouse, but since I'm a vegetarian, she loves to help figure out where else I could eat than Texas Roadhouse. Because I would
say it's probably a little bit tougher for you, of course.
Well, see, I eat a lot. I love fries, so it makes it easier.
Ooh.
And
Texas Roadhouse, some curly fries right now.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
It does actually.
I don't know.
I'm getting curly fries after this.
Wait. Okay, whoa.
What just happened?
Things just froze.
Yeah, it was weird.
That was just weird. All right, so, dude, what was that? Oh yeah, in Texas Roadhouse, the country veggie plate. That's what I get. I don't know if you know what that is, but you can get 4 sides of your choice, and I'll get like 2 cheese fries and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But first time we went
Every
out,
time, no matter what.
First time we went out in like months, and it was weird. It was kind of like. It wasn't weird, but it was new, if that makes sense. Like,
it feels new.
It feels new. Yeah, it feels new. It really does, because you're seeing all these people, they're masks, sitting down, they're having fun, and it's like
holy crap, human interaction.
right. Like we used to go out and grind on random people at the club type crap. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
We used to share drinks with people, and now, no, don't.
No.
6 feet apart. Thank you.
We'll grind from here.
But it does make it. The 6 feet apart does make it actually really.
That'd be a long grind line. I'm just saying. 6 feet distance, grind line.
20
people.
20.
That'd be insane. You'd be out of there.
Yeah. See, I went to the bars for a bit when COVID was hitting, and I wore my mask, stay social distancing, and I made sure I didn't, touch people that I wasn't supposed to, because I take COVID pretty seriously as much as possible. And
I have to.
Oh, right. And it was totally different. I usually go to clubs. I like bars, but I usually go to clubs. There was never any performers. People were allowed to sit inside, but like certain sections were closed. Pool tables were closed. You couldn't drink. Like, you could drink at the bar, but only a certain amount of people could drink at the bar. And the only time you could pull your mask down was drinking, like actually drinking a sip of your beer, your alcohol. And the only time you do that is when you feel parched. So you can't. So you really, it's a different factor, a different world with COVID, for sure.
Oh yeah. What's like, for example, like for me, I had to be super careful. Fun fact actually about my fiance. Her name's Alicia. We used to call her Allie for simple. She actually has an autoimmune disease.
I didn't know that. She has a what?
Autoimmune disease.
Okay.
And pretty much she can get sick super easy.
Right.
Because of that. So I had to take pretty much almost every precaution possible as like a just in case.
Right.
Like if I get it, like luckily haven't gotten it. I'm one of the technically many who haven't gotten it. I will say many because there's a lot of people in the world.
Yeah. See, back in December 2019, I've never had the flu, so I can't. Don't quote me. Don't say that. I'm not saying factual, but me and my fiance were so sick to the point where I couldn't do anything. I smoke weed. I'm gonna let you guys know that now, YouTube. I'm not gonna smoke weed on YouTube because we all know the code of conduct. I have a messed up. You get messed up if you smoke weed on YouTube because they're prunes. Love you, YouTube. But I couldn't smoke weed. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't get up. And then,
practically I felt dead.
Right. And I've never had the flu shot. My grandma had the flu one year. And
really?
Yeah, like way back when she had the flu. My grandma did. And when she was sick, she could do certain things that like when she was sick, she could still walk. She could still, do certain normal day activity. She didn't go to work, but because she felt weak. But when I feel like I got COVID in 2019, I couldn't move. I was cold sore. Fiance was throwing up. I didn't throw up, but literally I felt dead inside to the point where I didn't want to do anything. Social interaction, playing video games, whatsoever. And if it was COVID, which it could have been something different, but if it was COVID, then I couldn't imagine being older with COVID and knowing that like you could potentially get worse.
Yeah. Because
COVID's so scary, man. And a lot of people think that the government hypes it up, but the social media and the news can hype it up, and I understand that. Yes, they can, but they never hype up the numbers, if that makes sense. They never lie about the numbers of deaths and cases. They could hype up about how it's spreading, Yes, but could they hype? They can't hype the numbers or the cases because that's false news, and that's actually against the law. So you can't do stuff like that.
It's one of those things that's nice in the world,
right? Where you have like there's certain things that have to be factual, but have to be facts and only facts because it's in our Constitution, that's in our rights, that's in everything that as America we have in our country. Because thought of that, and or if we didn't think about that back in the day, we thought about it like earlier in the day where we were like, we don't want false news out there. If anyone doesn't know that it's against the law to false advertise. So if the news said, hey, we have 5 billion cases of COVID-19, that's false advertisement, 100%, and they can get legally in trouble no matter what the news source is. And so, like, the numbers are always real. And I can only imagine being, like I was saying earlier, when I thought I had it, I was always thinking in my head, couldn't imagine being 60, 70, 50 years old and going through this. If I'm at 21 years old, because I'm 22, about to be 23, 21 years old, and I feel like this, if I feel like this, how can someone in their 60s, 50s feel like, or 80s or 70s? Dude, that's horrible. And a lot of people just think it's just a joke.
No, honestly, like I've only been sick once in the past, I would say 7-8 years, and that was actually back in January of 2020.
Right.
So I'm just thinking to myself, like, okay, I have the flu, but I felt dead to the world.
Right.
I couldn't like walk for like a week. It felt like that's how weak I felt.
Right.
And I got a test. I was positive every time. I've never been positive, thankfully.
Right.
And I'm thinking to myself, like, what if that test wasn't correct at some point?
Exactly. And see, I hate that COVID can be a political.
It was early, of course. I will say that. That was early.
Right. And see, I hate that COVID can be a political thing because it shouldn't be. It really, really shouldn't be, at all. But
it's one of those things now in the world.
It happened. What happened in 2020, which we all know what happened in, the Black Lives Matter movement, the COVID. President of the United States, even, things.
It's been crazy.
It's been crazy. Everything has been crazy. And it sucks that, like, when you talk about COVID, some people think that, like, you're either left, right, or whatever. It's like, no.
You're never in the middle.
You can never be in the middle these day and age where you could be like, bro, COVID exists. Believe in it, but I'm not this. Even though you think I am. If you wear a mask, people think, oh, you're a libtard, or if you don't wear a mask, you're a bigot. And so, like, it's...
don't get me wrong, I lean more Republican a little bit, but like I've done one of those tests before. I'm like on the edge of middle. I am one click over to the right, and the left, which is crazy to think. I like seeing both views of both parties.
Mm-hmm.
Even third party. Even literally the third party, the Green Party, I think it's called.
No, it's actually called the Libertarian.
Is it Libertarian?
Yeah, it's Libertarian.
Okay. I like seeing all their views because every now and then there's a view of a libertarian that I like.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of views of the Republicans I like. There's some views of the Libertarian
Democrats.
Libertarians I like.
Oh, okay, Libertarians.
It's like a 50-50 for me.
Right.
So, like, it's all based on who has better views and who actually seems like they're truly going to take action.
Right.
Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, I will say I voted Trump. But that's literally because economically, the man's a genius. He has what? Probably actually, I want to look this up. I think it's like 3,000 some odd businesses. Hey, Siri. How many businesses does Donald Trump own? That is no.
Check it out.
Let me see here. So just in like the area, surrounding areas that he lives in,
Right.
it's about 500.
Right.
That's just the surrounding areas. That's not counting all the businesses that he helps with and everything like that. So the fact that he founded his first organization in, what was it? I think it said 1923. The fact that he is that successful with everything that's happened since 1923, the Great Depression, which happened in the 1920s, World War II, you had Vietnam War, you had a bunch of other wars, a bunch of other bullshit, excuse my language, that happened in that time period, and he still found a way to come out and make a positive out of it.
Well, yeah, I think that before him, it was his father.
Correct. But that's a fun fact that you actually say that. His father only gave him, I think it was $5,000 or $10,000. That was it to start his first business. Funny fact, Donald Trump, his first business actually failed. What did he do? He learned from it, and he thrived from it, and he practiced and practiced, and look what he's become.
Right. See.
Yeah, he's a billionaire now.
Right. See, I'm different than Michael. I'm more of a liberal, Democrat, and see, I did not vote Trump at all. And see, we could laugh about this. This is the good thing, but see how I see it. You know, see the money perspective. But I don't care about wealth or anything because when 2016 you were either 17 about to be 18, but I was 18 in 2016.
17, I was 18.
Okay. I was in 2016 I was 18. And I didn't vote. I will tell you that now. I did not vote whatsoever. I didn't vote Trump, I didn't vote Hillary. But I will say that there was comments that he always made that I didn't like. And
every now and then, yes, I will say that.
And so for me, he made good business things. You know, he was a businessman. But me personally, I don't think we ever need a businessman in the White House because I don't think we need people that have billions of dollars in leadership. I don't think that personally, and I understand people think the other way.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
And because, you know, I think that we need someone that's like me, you know, or like a couple of my friends that are middle class. And I'm not middle class, what means necessary.
I would say, better way to put it, that's pretty much like a nobody, not known.
Yeah. I would rather have someone that's not known, that's, you know, been through the struggle, and, you know, Latino, Black, African American, any race. I would, you know, I would rather someone with real life experience of going through the struggle in the White House than I would with someone with billions of dollars. And see, the thing is,
I like the way they do it.
I see, like, when I was younger, when Trump got elected, you know, I did believe that he helped our economy, but a lot of people do forget that Obama did help our economy a lot.
Yes.
In the 4 years he's in the first 4 years, not as much. Last 4 years he did. Yes. And a lot of people don't want to believe it, but it's true. And so when it comes to with the old president, well, still technically called president because he's respect and our country is, but I personally didn't care for what he did or where he represented it, because I think personally we would be in a lot different place in 2021 than we would be in a lot different place if we had a different president, or if our president
took different actions.
There you go. Took different actions than he did in his time of being the president, because the thing is, a lot of people don't care about politics, and I get that. I really do. And this podcast is not about all politics. So, if you guys are like, oh, politics are going to be here all the time. No. We're not going to sit here and talk about politics all the time.
This is like an every now and then thing.
This is every now and then thing. And I personally think that if we had a president that said, hey, this ain't the flu. It's something that this is lethal. This is lethal. The flu here's the thing, people forget. The Spanish flu, yes, was lethal. But the swine flu, not as lethal. The bird flu, not as lethal as the Spanish flu. The Spanish flu was the lethal one. Really lethal. People forget that the bird flu and the regular, there's different variants like there is COVID that are lethal and non-lethal. And people forget that. And if we had the leadership saying, hey, this is bad. This is really bad, and we need to get on top of it.
You really need to watch out.
Right. See, as me coming to you as a Democrat to a Republican, if your Republican president said, hey, this ain't the flu, please take a precaution, would you take more precaution?
I would be a little concerned with that wording. But at the same time, I'd be like, okay, I can sit back and relax.
Right.
But at the same time, when you're saying like, this is not the flu, but it not as bad as the flu. At the same time, it's like, take precaution. I'm like, that's really conflicting.
Exactly. And I don't know if you remember back in 2020, there was a time where Trump was like, let's take precaution. And then the next day he was like, oh, it's just another virus. And then he was the next day, wear masks. Make sure you wear masks, America.
I will say at the same time, everyone thought, yeah, it's just another virus going around.
Right.
Because look how many times that's happened. I mean, yeah, for example, you've had the Spanish flu, you've had smallpox,
H1Z1, all that stuff.
H1Z1. And you had those other ones that were just like, oh, hey, we're here. We're just going to stick around for a little bit and then go away. Like nothing happened. So at the same time, at the beginning, it was really, really, really hard to determine what the heck was going to happen.
Right.
Once the first couple deaths happened, it's like, oh, this is really something. This is doing something.
For me, when it even hit 500, dude, I was like, whoa.
Okay.
Because, I don't know if anyone knows. I mean, we're not sure. We're gonna get off this topic eventually. So, for anyone for everyone that's still watching, we're gonna get off this topic. But we're just speaking our opinions. Remember, guys. This is Michael might know because he might not watch as much as news as me, and I'm
constant in the news because of the military.
Right. This virus killed more people than World War II. Think about that. World War I, II, Vietnam War. Vietnam War killed over 660,000 people. World War II and World War I killed over 500,000 people. This virus has almost killed over 600,000 people.
There you go.
Right. But
it's
crazy. So that's politics, man. So that's politics. Surprisingly enough, 2020 could have been, it was really bad, but it could have been worse. You know what I mean? For me personally, 2020 was decent.
Yeah, I would say it was halfway decent for me. I will thank you for the small places that my current landlord, Comcast or Xfinity, who I use, the electricity company, places like that. They aided you. They didn't penalize you for everything.
Right. Yeah.
Which is great.
We'll see. That's how our electric company was for company. But my water company is only every 3 months. I'm really excited for how this podcast is gonna go. And this podcast went a little longer than we expected.
It did, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm more excited to see what our viewers think.
Oh, yeah. Me
Because be the harshest you can. I will say that. I want to know everything.
Right. Oh, yeah. You guys, I want you guys to, like, if you guys like this, comment, please. I mean, like, please. And the things that we should fix, definitely comment. Because there's a lot of different things we should
I'm sorry, honey, what?
fix.
Hey, honey.
Upstairs.
Where? I didn't see it.
It should be on the couch. Sorry about that. That was my fiance.
But yeah, 21 wasn't as bad as I thought it was. I mean, just thought, sorry. No one thought that it was gonna be bad, obviously.
Honestly, though.
But it couldn't be, for me, it could have been worse, and I'm glad it was as good as it could have been. But 21 was bad.
It was more interesting than anything.
Yeah.
It was a learning curve for everybody.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think this is a good time to wrap up the podcast. What do you think, Michael?
Up to you. What are you feeling?
I think it's a good time to wrap up the podcast. Now, guys, this is Drunken Idiots. And we definitely talked about some that probably people
A lot of stuff.
I mean, and who knows if we got the point across of what we were talking about, but I mean, hey, that's the point of podcast. We get drunk and talk about things that we just talk about.
Yeah.
But I hope you guys
Have fun.
Right. I hope you guys love it. I hope you guys really enjoyed the podcast and really enjoyed the premiere. For everyone that is watching the premiere, again, thank you so much for even being in the premiere and watching watching while it's quote unquote live. You guys will see this on Monday. This is Saturday. We always record on Saturdays, so we'll be a little behind. Not that much. We'll be a little behind. So everyone, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to tell us what we should do differently. If you think we should do anything differently, let us know, because we want to make this as perfect as possible, and we do this
And most professional.
Oh yeah. And every Monday, there will be us getting fucking drunk and talking about things that we just either we don't know about or we know about. So, turn the notification on. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. And I love you guys so much. And so does Michael. Michael, do you have anything to say?
What? Say hey every now and then. We'll try to respond we will try to respond as much as we physically can.
Oh yeah.
I know content creators say that, and it's limited to what they can do because they have a lot of stuff because they're so far in their career, they have more stuff to do now.
Yeah.
So since we're early, we're going to keep on top of it, and we're going to try to keep on top of it forever.
Oh yeah, for sure. And to everyone that follows on our Instagram, we took time, and I want to let you guys know we put time into letting everyone know that thank you for letting us for following us, and don't forget to hit the link in the bio and subscribe, because we take this seriously and we really want this podcast to go as far as possible. So
yes, and I will give a big shout out to your editor. He did phenomenal work in such a short amount of time.
Blue, you are awesome. We love you so much, and we appreciate the work that you're doing for us, because
Honestly.
Without you, none of this would be possible. We are just the faces, the people behind the work. Blue and Joker, the graphics designer for all the graphics you see right here. You guys are awesome. I can't appreciate you.
Phenomenal stuff.
Right, you phenomenal, and I can't appreciate you guys. I really can't. But again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and put that notification bell on, because if you don't, then guess what? You're gonna miss us talking about us being drunk.
And random stuff, literally.
Random stuff. Like, I don't even know what the hell we were talking about to have this podcast.
We kind of just went on a strand.
Yeah. So, if you think we should be more talking
Correct.
points where we are more in line with our talking points, then let us know. But if you think that we did what we have done today, tonight, whenever you're watching this, then if you think it's right, then let us know. If you think it's a good start, then let us know, because obviously all we can do is get better. That's all we know.
Yeah.
I love you guys, and I think Michael is gonna love you as much as I love all the viewers here. And if he doesn't already, he's gonna love you. He loves you guys.
Of course.
We all love you.
Oh, and this is something I do want to start doing probably by our next one. I will say this. I want to start doing some shout outs for some of our first viewers, either our first viewers or our first subscribers or anything like that. I want to do some shout outs to them. They deserve it.
Oh yeah, they definitely deserve it, because anyone
Especially for the short amount of time, like, that's huge.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's going to, for whoever's the first ones here, definitely comment, because we will make sure you are recognized for being here and staying here, or being here in the first day even, because I'm a streamer, so my content itself is out there, but the content for the stream, this podcast, is not as out there as it could be. So for everyone that has actually tuned in and here for the premiere, I really appreciate it. And for the ones that are not for the premiere, you guys are awesome as well. I love you guys.
Within time, hopefully we see you.
Yeah, hopefully we see you. We do love you guys. We hope you have a great rest of your night, rest of your day, or afternoon. And tell someone you love them, because if you don't, then they don't know you love them.
Just a chance.
Just a chance. There we go. I am Jordan. This is Michael. And we are out. We love you guys.